Konbanwa. My name is Bobby Judo, and I am drunk, beyond drunk. And tonight, I'm gonna tell you about黒田勘兵衛. And I have to pee. So, the story of黒田勘兵衛starts with黒田勘兵衛grandfather. His name was黒田Shigetaka, and he worked for a guy named Kodera Masamoto. And he lived in Himeji. He lived in Hyogo-ken. Kodera Masamoto was a leader of a Himeji area. Kuroda Shigetaka was his grandfather. Kodera Masamoto liked him so much. He thought he was like such a good vassal. He was like, dude, you are so totally legit. You can just have my daughter. Your son can get married to my daughter. That's how much I like you. You guys can take my name, you can take my daughter, take whatever you want. You can just have it. So, Kuroda Shigetaka's son, Kuroda Mototaka, got married to Kodera Masamoto's daughter, and that was how Kuroda Kanbei's parents came together, and that was how Kuroda Kanbei got born. This is the boring part. When he was 13, his mom just straight up died. So she died when he was 13, and after that he was like, oh, my mom died, I'm super sad. So he got really into reading and Japanese songs and literature, and he got so into all this like artistic stuff that his dad was like, no, you can't just be a reader guy, you have to be a fighter guy too. You're gonna come with me and you're gonna fight all these battles. And so Kuroda Kanbei started to help his father in fighting all these local families that were against the Kodera lord. Because at the time, Japan was split into like a bunch of different little countries, and they were all fighting with each other. So when he was like 14, 15 or so, he became a fighter guy, and his dad was like, well, why don't you come follow me? You can join the service of Kodera Masamoto. And he did, and he fought all these people, and Kodera Masamoto was like, dude, you are just like your dad. I love you. You are totally legit. Like, you're an awesome dude. Because I like you so much, I want to just give you someone from my family. Because in old Japan, when you liked somebody, the way you showed them that you liked them was like you gave them a female member of your family. You were just like, you can just have this woman from my family. You can have my niece's, his niece was already married. So he's like, you can have my niece's daughter. So Kuroda Kanbei, when he's still like 15 years old, he gets the dude's niece's daughter, whose name is Teru, and they get married, and almost like immediately have a baby. That's Kuroda Kanbei's son. His name is Kuroda Nagamasa. First battle that he really like pops his military cherry at is a battle called Aoyama. He fights at the Battle of Aoyama against a guy named Akamatsu Masahide. And Akamatsu Masahide rolls up on Kuroda Kanbei with like 3,000 dudes. Kuroda Kanbei's like, fuck 3,000 dudes, I've got 300. That's right, 3,000 versus 300. And Kuroda Kanbei straight up wrecks 3,000 dudes with a surprise attack with only 300 guys. And that like is his first major battle, and that's when everybody's like, holy shit, dude, this Kuroda Kanbei guy knows what's up. He's got his shit together. From then on, he just becomes like a major military guy and goes around wrecking shit. Around the same time, Japan is split into all these different factions, but there are two main ones, and like Oda Nobunaga is the power in the east, and Mori is the guy, his name is Mori Terumoto, and he's the power in the west. So, the basic power struggle of Japan is like Oda Nobunaga versus Mori Terumoto. Oda Nobunaga is like going around wrecking all this shit. Kuroda Kanbei sees this and he's like, this Oda Nobunaga guy is legit. He's not bad. I like him. So he goes up to his boss and he tells his boss, Kodera Masamoto, you know, we should side with Oda Nobunaga. We should be on his side and fight alongside him. Kodera Masamoto's like, alright, you know what you're talking about, I'm gonna do that.黒田勘兵衛likes Oda Nobunaga so much, he's like, dude, you are straight up legit. If I had a daughter, I would give you my daughter. But I don't have a daughter, so I'm just gonna give you my son. he sends Oda Nobunaga, he's still got like a little kid son. He's like, this is my son, just go ahead, take him, do whatever you want. And Oda Nobunaga and Kuroda Nagamasa, no one really knows what nobody knows. Nobody knows. But no, it wasn't like that. It was like, it's called a hitojichi. He sent him as a hostage. And it wasn't so much a hostage as like a pledge of loyalty. And it's not that weird a thing. Like, they did it in ancient Rome, and they did it in Game of Thrones. So it's a thing. Like, it's a thing that happens. So, Kuroda Nobunaga and Kodera Masamoto are on Oda Nobunaga's side. And also on Oda Nobunaga's side is a dude named Toyotomi Hideyoshi. Toyotomi Hideyoshi becomes like the commander for Oda Nobunaga, but Kuroda Kanbei is his main strategist. But they have a major setback. They have this like one super major setback in that this dude named Araki Murashige, he's one of Oda Nobunaga's main guys, and he rebels. He's like, I don't want to put up with it. He's like, I'm not having any more of this shit. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Not only does he rebel against Oda Nobunaga, but he gets Kodera Masamoto to side with him. That's fucking right. Kuroda Kanbei's direct boss. Kuroda Kanbei's all komatteru. He doesn't know what to do. He's like, nah. There's gotta be some mistake. If only I can go talk to Araka Murashige and Kodera Masamoto. I can talk to them and figure shit out. I can explain it. They'll come back to your side, Oda Nobunaga, don't worry. And Oda Nobunaga's like, alright, go see what's up. So Kuroda Kanbei goes to talk to them at Araka Murashige's place, which is this castle called Arioka. He goes to talk to them at Arioka-jo. Guys, so what are you guys doing, man? You're supposed to be with us, right? And they're like, nope. We're gonna put you in jail now for a year. When they capture him, they don't publicize it. They're not like, oh shit, yo, we got your boy, we captured Kuroda Kanbei, the genius. They didn't say anything. They didn't tell anybody. So Oda Nobunaga, in the meantime, he's like, shit, Kuroda Kanbei said he was gonna go handle this shit, and he never came back. Moshikashite, there's a possibility that he just double-crossed me. He went up and joined up with them. He talked me out of killing them. He went to join them, and now he's on their side. Oda Nobunaga, you gotta know this. You gotta know. Oda Nobunaga, he is famous for not having any patience, man. He loved to kill birds. He was always killing all these birds. He hated Hototogisu and just loved killing them. So when Kuroda Kanbei doesn't come back, he's like, shit, man, this dude double-crossed us, and I got his son. I'm gonna kill his son. Hey guys, let's kill Kuroda Kanbei's son. So Kuroda Kanbei gets out of prison a year later, and he comes back, he's like, oh guys, I was in prison. And Oda Nobunaga's like, shit, dude, I had your son killed. Kuroda Kanbei's like, fuck, my son is dead. He's my only son. I loved him so much. He was like the most important thing to me, and I even though I sent him to be a child bride. no, that wasn't. So Kuroda Kanbei's like, oh fuck, my son is dead. I'm gonna put on the hood because I like to be on the. I like to have a hood.